Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chillz. It's me, George, here. Andy Ruffett. I know we haven't been on in a while, but we got some good stuff to talk about. Andy's introducing his new stuff today. He's got some cool, good rants. But nonetheless, guys, grab your beer and listen along, because we got a good one for you guys. Cheers. All right, Andy. Got a lot of stuff going on in the news these days, man. First of all, you got that tariff thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're effing up all the stuff in Canada. It's crazy. Like, we can't import their wood. Like, we can't export wood. They can't import the aluminums. It's crazy. And like, what do you think is gonna happen in the future, man? Like I don't know. It's getting crazy with Trump's shit and our stuff. And what do you think, man?
I remember Trump was like, Canada is the enemy.
I mean, the enemy.
Yeah.
They need us as much as we need them.
I know,
So,
right?
like,
it's stupid.
like-
but I feel like Trump is trying to basically signal out everyone. Like he's that parent that just likes to shake the finger at everyone. Like, it's because of you, my kid is this way. It's because of you, my kid is this way. Like, that's Trump.
So, like, just shifting blame on
Just
everybody.
blames everyone. Like, anybody who isn't on board with Trump's logic is basically out in the woods,
That's crazy.
And
I mean, like, lately he did have, like, some good stuff, but...
when did he have good stuff?
Okay, it wasn't great, but I mean, the last thing... I totally forgot what it was at this moment, but this last tweet was actually decent, that people were, what's the word I'm looking for? People were actually agreeing with him for once.
And what was that?
Was,
what were they agreeing
I don't
with
remember
him
at the
about?
moment, but
Okay.
it was crazy. Yo, listen to this. I don't know about you guys, but in Toronto, the driving, it's driving me nuts, because yesterday I was driving, and listen, when you're like making a left turn and you go in the lane and whatever, and so the light turns red, the people finish their left turn. Yesterday, 6 cars went through the red light.
6 cars.
6 cars. It turns red. They all made left turns.
Wow.
Like, how the light, and then the other guys go, it's green.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are these guys just going through, and then the other guys are doing the same thing on the other side? So it's fucking up the traffic both ways. People are getting hit almost in every corner. It's crazy.
Wow.
Lately, people have been running so much reds on laps. It's not even, like, someone's gonna get hurt, man.
Yeah, this sounds like a lot of reckless driving in the city.
Well, Toronto drivers are, like, kind of aggressive, but they're not, like, as crazy as, like, when I was in Montreal. Buddy, when you wanna fucking 7-point harness that shit right up in Montreal, bud. Because I was sitting in that car, I'm going, Jesus, I should have texted my mother, told her I love her, because we were going like 120 in like a 60 zone, and I was like, Jesus.
Who was going 120? Who was driving?
This guy that I met up with, he was showing me around the city, and he's like, you gotta drive like this. I go, no, man, you don't gotta drive like this.
But you drive pretty fast.
No, I don't drive fast. I just drive to get through.
I feel you drive fast as the passenger in the car.
Listen, I drive to get around idiots. That's about it.
Okay.
So I don't drive like. Okay, first of all.
Sometimes you're almost bumper to bumper on car.
That's called bumper to bumper traffic, bud.
No, but you were like, okay, so the car is here, we're here, and suddenly you're getting that close to the bumper.
At a red light?
No, you were just driving.
I don't drive close.
I was in the car. I witnessed it.
Oh no, I
pretty close
don't
for
want to
me.
damage my car, so I don't drive close.
Okay, you weren't that close, but you could have gotten that close. Like, you were pretty close.
I could have rammed into a pole. I could have done it. I could have done anything else.
Like Paul Walker?
Okay, don't. That was a sad story, bud. That's like, okay, after that happened, it was like they were trying to shift the blame on everything else, like the car manufacturer, the car's tires, the other guy, this and that. But I think it was just it wasn't even Paul driving. It was the guy, his name was like Ralph something, I believe. And he was the guy who was doing the stunt driving, and then he lost control and then it crashed.
Yeah.
So
it's a sad story, and I think it was stupid that they like digitally enhanced him for like the next film. Like, that's just.
You mean the movies?
Yeah, I mean that's your
I love
favorite
those
franchise.
movies, yeah.
But I mean, I haven't really seen them. I saw which movie did we watch?
We watched Fast Five.
Fast Five. So I saw that one. That was good.
I saw was it number 8? They digitally re-enhanced them for the last like 20 minutes.
I just feel it's so
and it
weird.
felt weird. Like
Yeah.
it was like
Wonky.
you can tell it's not him.
Yeah.
The face just like shifted. It's hard to explain. You have to see it.
Yeah.
You have
But
to be there in person.
what is so great about those films to you?
No, I feel like we're doing an interview. I don't know. I like it, man. It's just here's the thing. The Dominic Toretto is like you only live your life a quarter mile at a time, you know, and in those like 9 seconds, nothing else matters. You know what I mean? And he talks about how he doesn't care, like he cares about family. He's got like all these good values and all this stuff. But at the same time, he's kind of like slightly a criminal, but you side with him in a way like you want him to succeed, kind of thing.
If you were any character in those films, who would you be and why?
I'd probably be Brian. I feel like I'm more like that guy.
Is Brian the ex-cop?
Yeah.
And why do you feel you're like Brian?
I don't know. I don't know.
What is his philosophy on life?
I don't know his fucking bio, bro. Like,
What do you? Well, there's something that you clearly like about Brian. What is it?
he's like a good, honest guy. He just likes to have fun on the side, I guess. I don't know.
That's you.
Yeah.
You're a good, honest guy, and you like to have fun on the side?
Yeah. What are we doing here? Is this
I'm just curious. So are the viewers.
our many viewers?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, we wanted to say thank you for that channel for having us on as well. Because now we're gonna be doing this live now, guys.
Yeah.
So-
We brought up on Liquid Lunch, or George
earlier.
brought up on Liquid Lunch his aviation dreams, and I'm telling you right now that once he does complete his license,
Jeez.
I will be getting him a bomber jacket, and we'll be showing it on the show if he ever
Okay.
gets his license. But only when you get your license, man.
All right.
And we'll be introducing it. You'll even put it on. It'll be like a whole coat fitting.
It's a fucking ceremony now, but it's a jacket, man. Come on.
It's important to me,
Okay.
man. Especially this is going to cost me a whole lot of money. That might.
It's like you're gonna get me a bomber jacket, but I'm wedding, you get me a fucking toaster.
The day you get married, I will buy you something extremely nice and probably very
Hopefully you'll
expensive.
still be working at that store.
I hope I have books published.
Well, you have a couple published.
I don't have a couple published.
You were like with that lady with like on the ebook store, and then
I have
she was
one
kind of a
book
dick or something.
Online, through a vanity press, which I will not say on the show because I'm not promoting them. And it's called The Wrongdoer. You can find it on Amazon, on many different Amazons, even American.
How many mean? Oh,
Amazon.ca, Amazon.com, Amazon.uk.
Okay, we don't need a whole list, man.
Anyway, basically, yes, it's a terrible format. If anybody actually wants to read my book, they can just email me or maybe just Facebook me.
Are you okay there?
Yeah, so my email is...
No, we're not plugging your email.
Never mind, you're not
Who
emailing.
invited this guy on the show?
You did.
Oh shit, I did.
Actually, I invited you. I invited you. Because I've been here before. You haven't.
Yeah, but it's technically my show, like you've said. Like
I've
10
said that
times.
many times, but you never seem to really
Anyways,
grab that,
Andy, forget about this.
that lance.
The Leafs are doing amazing.
Are they?
Are you watching these games?
You know, I haven't. And I've been invited, I think, twice to Leafs games. Or not Leafs games,
Like
but
the
I've,
actual ACC?
I've been invited twice by you to watch in a bar the Leafs games.
Ah, it's been a
And I
rough
feel
couple
bad.
weeks. Things have been crazy.
I
getting
feel-
ready for stuff.
I feel bad for rejecting those 2 times.
Oh.
But I only really watch sports with friends.
Yeah, I don't really
I don't-
watch it at home either. By
I don't really
myself.
watch alone. So how are the Leafs doing?
We're doing pretty good. I mean, we had won 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
We lost 2. Matthews went out the other day with a shoulder injury. I think he's back now, but they got to look out for is Tavares because he's killing it right now.
And why is he killing it?
Goals like almost every game. Like he's pretty much like leading the team.
That's good.
Yeah. Not leading the team, but like he's helping them get there. So,
So we're doing pretty well right now.
yeah.
When's our
I've-
next game?
I want to say Saturday
Who are we playing?
or tomorrow. They're usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. I don't know.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Today's Thursday, so it's probably tonight.
Okay. But you don't know who we're playing?
No, I usually look like an hour before the game,
Okay, fair enough.
but that's about it for that.
All right.
Andy,
Yeah.
I heard you wanted to tell us about some ranting you had, because there's a lot of things on your mind. You were telling me off the show.
This is the segment where I become the person you probably hate if you ever saw me in public. So
Well, those ladies aren't going to be giving you a call anymore.
I follow an etiquette that I think everyone should follow. You know, if you're walking on the right side, everyone comes down on the left. You know, even with the stairs. So anybody who tries to impede my walk through, usually I will step aside, but not politely, because I'm pretty pissed off. Anyway, so if I hold the door open, I expect you to say thank you if you walk through. Just, I feel like that's common courtesy.
Yeah, but Toronto is just like we're kind of like Toronto's like the New York version of the States.
Yeah, I don't
Kind
need,
of.
I know.
Like I don't know why everybody says we're so like thank you and we're so.
We're pretty rude as a
we're
city.
We're kind of rude.
We're pretty rude as a
I mean,
city.
we are good people. Don't get me wrong, but we're kind of rude.
I mean, if you go to Absolute Comedy and you watch the comedians talk about our city, they're always like, Canadians are so polite. I'm like, we're not really in this city.
My dad
Not
went
really.
to help this guy. He was blind. Help him get down the stairs, and the guy goes, "Fuck you! I don't need your help." He was like, "Wow, okay, I'm not helping you."
He's helping a blind guy, and the blind guy
I was like, I
attacks
don't need
him?
your help. I know what I'm doing. But
Wow.
he was like, "Sorry for being like kind,
Polite.
but yeah, like
Right?
like not gonna help you."
Yeah, I've got a lot of pet peeves. If people say 1 second, I expect it to be literally 1 second. If you're saying a couple of people, that's 2, not 3.
That one really bugs
Not
us.
4, not 5. And so if you want to go with my etiquette, when you say a couple, you mean 2. When you say 1 second, it literally is 1 second. Or you can say 1 moment, please, which is much better. Now, I agree. Sometimes I go against my own philosophies, and sometimes I do say 1 second because
Very many
it's like
times, very many times.
ingrained in my brain. But I try to be more patient and will say 1 moment, please, because 1 moment could be a
Here,
minute.
let me just add on this rant real quick.
You're
here.
interrupting me.
Yeah, you.
That's
like,
another one of my pet peeves.
Remember, you did tell me it was my show. One thing is this: you're always like, okay, I'll be there at 6. Let's go to the bar at 6. Whatever. Let's meet up for the show 6. You gotta get there at 7:00, bro. I'm there waiting an hour, man. That's my pet peeve.
That's a very good
He's
pet peeve.
never been on time in like 10 years.
10 years?
Okay, we'll give you 8. Jeez, simmer down.
Has it been
I'll
10
take off
years?
a couple years.
Maybe it's been 10 years. Don't lie. Don't lie to these fine
Listen, I didn't
viewers.
write it down in a notebook here.
All right.
Anyways,
All right.
Andy.
What's up?
Well, it is holiday season coming up.
It is the holiday
season. Got any gifts or plans for the holidays, or?
Well, there's
Gets
a book I
anybody.
really want to buy because I love the Michael Connelly Bosch series. What's it called? A Sacred Night. I think it's called, or no, I think it's just called Sacred Night. It's off the song, Dark Sacred Night. What a Wonderful World by. I don't know if actually Louis Armstrong wrote it, but he did sing it.
Okay.
Which everyone knows that version. Because
good.
Bosch is obsessed with jazz. So
I don't know this series too well.
Michael
so.
Connelly writes a detective series that takes place in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
And one of his most famous characters, I would argue, would be Hieronymus Bosch.
Are you getting anything for that girl you like? Is that too much of a touchy subject for the Chillz?
I don't know which girl you're talking about.
The one that you went on a date with on Halloween.
Right.
Or a supposed date, I don't know.
I have not decided, given that we're just friends.
Oh, okay, sorry. I feel like I just hit a nerve on that one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you did.
I guess we'll move on from that.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
So, George has a pretty funny story that I think is hilarious. You want to tell it?
Oh,
Tell
yes,
yours?
this Cheers segment we have now, guys. It's like funny, happy shit. So I was listening to the radio a couple weeks back, or I think it was last winter, I'm not sure, but it was pretty hilarious. And they had a contest, like be the 13th caller or whatever, or the 20th caller, and you win a Toyota. And so this guy was like fucking hyped. He's like, a guy calls into the station, right? And the lady answers and goes, "Yep, you're the 23rd caller or whatever." And then he goes, "Yep, you want a Toyota?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Fuck it." And he goes, "So we will send you your Toyota in the mail." And he goes, "Okay." But they failed to let him know it was just a toy Yoda, a little from fucking Star Wars.
Like this Yoda.
Like
here.
a small.
I don't know if
The guy
the
was
camera's
fucking cheesed.
Yoda right
And
here.
yeah, something like that. Anyways, and he was so mad, which I would be too. Like, come on. Like, I'm expecting a Toyota as a car, something that's like $25,000 I could put in my driveway, not put in my pocket.
And how many of those do you get shipped to you?
I'm guessing one, but
Yeah.
anyways. So I thought that was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, just imagine, like, you call in and you're like, oh, you're getting a Toyota, and you're like, it's all a play on words. They knew they were effing with their people.
It's
Like,
pretty funny.
They
though.
knew it.
It's so funny.
Like they totally knew that.
Yeah. It's pretty. I
There's-
think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
It's like probably last winter.
Last
Or
winter?
In the winter, yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
There's this another radio station I listen to, and they have this thing called "What You Doing at the Courthouse."
What you doing at the courthouse?
Yeah, it's just like they just interview random people, and he goes, "Yeah, what are you doing at the courthouse?" And this one guy goes, "I'm here for drugs." He goes, "Oh, you get busted?" He goes, "Could say something like that." He goes, "Was it undercover?" He goes, "Could say something like that." And then he goes, were you dealing meth or crack?" He goes, "You could say something like that."
Wow.
And it was like so vague for every question.
I would be too, though.
And then he was essentially he was like, he's saying yes, but he wasn't saying yes.
You could say it like that.
And the thing is, these guys don't care. They're just interviewing for their radio show, right?
Right.
Oh, it's
Why did they do that segment? Welcome to the courthouse.
it's like every morning they just have this thing at like 8 in the morning. You're driving to work, you can hear funny stuff,
But what was I gonna say? But this segment is it usually people that actually are like?
You're actually at the courthouse.
I know, but do they say more than just trying to avoid topics?
Oh yeah, some people will like literally elaborate why they're there, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I robbed a store, a Loblaws the other day, and then I tried to run out with some beef, but the security guard caught me." And then I was like, "What Loblaws were you at?" Because the one I worked at, shittiest security ever.
Whew!
And then
Let's not specify where that is.
I used to work at Loblaws there, and probably as you figure.
So did I.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to work together.
That is what we would call our past.
Yeah.
We are not going to be revisiting that past.
That was some fun times though.
There were some fun times.
I remember it was my first week in the my first week there, and there was a manager there. I won't say his name, but
For security reasons.
it doesn't matter. Anyways, and then I go. You were going, "Yo, let's go for like a 30-minute break or some shit." And you go, "Don't worry, the manager's not gonna know because he's outside looking at a homeless man."
Oh right.
And then the manager was literally 2 people. He goes, "I'm not looking at a homeless man. Andy, get back to work."
But he said it kind of in a cheery way,
Yeah.
not like actually serious. He was a good guy. I miss him. Actually.
Yeah,
he was
then
a
we got
good manager.
Some dick manager, like.
We got a lot of dick
years ago, yeah.
managers. We still have dick managers, even though I don't work there anymore.
Well, the other one just left.
That place is going to the dogs, in my opinion.
Well,
We
no,
won't
the-
say which one, so you guys don't
But,
find it.
No, I don't think the dogs, because that's you're talking too highly of them now.
Oh, I'm sorry. The pigs, then? What's lower?
Listen, pigs are very smart animals. So the manager there was not very smart.
No.
He was not. He would get mad at me because I'd be like, "No, I can't do that." He goes, "Why?" He goes, "It's not part of my job, and I have to do all this other work." He'd make me do work for all the other departments, and then when I would finish it, he'd be like, "Yo, so why don't your department not done?" But did you forget I was fucking doing you those other 5 favors all day long?
Yeah.
Or, like, what's wrong? Oh, what about this? Fuck you, man. Like,
Yeah. I just remember one time when I wasn't working there. Like this is after I basically lost my job. But anyway, so I went to the basement area, and there was this guy pulling a truck out of the elevator, and I started making fun of him, not realizing that he was one of the managers. And he's like, "Again, who are you?" "Oh, I'm just a guy that's just decided to wander in the basement." "Do you work here, sir?" "No, not really." "Then, man, you can't be there."
This was after you were gone?
Yeah, this is after I was gone.
I remember the first
It was
week.
pretty embarrassing, though.
That's
at the
pretty
time.
funny.
It was pretty funny.
I remember when you started. Excuse me. When you started,
Yeah.
first week, I was like, I asked our manager, and I was like, "Hey, what's and I go, what do you want me to help you with?" And then she goes, "Oh, go upstairs and like stock the shelves." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then I go, "What's Andy doing?" He goes, "Oh, leave that guy alone. He's fucking eating ice cream in the freezer." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, he's just eating ice cream right now." And I was like, shouldn't he be working? Or like, it's my first week there. I'm like confused now. Yeah, that place was literally just like a shit show, just fun. Like you could get away with anything.
Yeah, it was pretty
crazy.
pretty crazy. It's not like that anymore, unfortunately.
No, and then I remember one of the dairy manager. I was like, there's this guy who's working there, and I'm like, "Hey, how come this guy isn't this other guy is?" And I'm like, "How come he isn't fired by now? He works like 10 minutes a day." And he goes, "George, let me tell you right now." He goes, because I asked his manager, I go, "How come this guy's not fired?" And he goes, "Let me tell you. I go, you know he only works 10 minutes a day, right?" He goes, "Yeah, but in those 10 minutes, he gets a lot of shit done."
It does.
I go, "What the?"
It was pretty
That's
impressive.
like 4 hours of work, and he works 10 minutes.
Anytime
He's outside smoking weed all day.
Anytime managers would give him shit, he'd be like, "Look at my department. What's wrong with my department?" And they literally could not say anything because his department was perfect. It was fucked up, but
it was messed up.
the thing is, with that job, is basically you had to show that you basically own that department.
That's essentially what I did.
If you didn't own
Yeah.
the department, then the managers could basically just give you shit for it.
Yeah.
And the whole idea was to not give the managers a bad light, you know? So if they question you, you got to prove that they're wrong. And they did that all the time to this one guy. And I felt bad for him because he actually did his shit.
The funniest thing is, one time they fired the wrong guy.
Oh God, that was hilarious. Racial differences.
I was like, "Hey, what happened to Lincoln? I haven't seen that guy in like a couple of weeks." They go, "Oh, they fired him." Why'd they fire him?
He's a good employee.
Yeah, they go, "Oh, we're not really sure." And then Lincoln comes back like 3 weeks later. I'm like, "Lincoln, where did you go?" He goes, "Oh, they fired me by accident. They were supposed to fire Omar." He goes, "The manager got," this is what he told me. He goes, "The manager didn't know which one of the black guys to fire. He fired the wrong guy." I was like, "Oh shit."
We told him to sue the store. I don't know
Yeah, I
if
was
he
like,
ended up
"That's a
doing that.
lawsuit."
Like, that's a huge lawsuit.
Yeah. He goes, "They fired the wrong black guy."
And I would know about those lawsuits because I remember meeting lawyers for like writing a specific post on Facebook. Yeah, I had like 3 warnings in that job, and I'm not surprised I lost.
Yeah, but the warnings there weren't really warnings. They were just like slap on the wrist.
Yeah, basically.
It was nothing like serious. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh, it was serious in the end. I got let go.
yeah, in the end. But Andy, listen to this.
What's up?
The tech these days, or like I was reading this. You know Elon Musk, obviously, right?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
You heard of him? He's like the greatest guy ever. But anyways,
I don't spend my days watching YouTube.
no, I don't. I spend my days watching YouTube. Anyways, back to what I was gonna say was, listen. So you know he's got like Elon Musk has like the Tesla and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
anyways, I watched his thing with Joe Rogan a few weeks back,
Right.
and it was pretty good. Forget about the part that he smoked weed on the show, but because
They smoke weed on the show?
Yeah, it was very controversial. It was like
Nice.
it was funny, but
Is this a Canadian show?
People took it out of context.
Is this
No,
Canadian?
it's an American show. But anyways, the point is he's you know he was talking about like AI and stuff, right?
Right.
Artificial intelligence, and he's like, "Yo, we have to kind of be worried about the future, right?" And then Joe Rogan's like, "What do you mean, man?" He goes, "The robots will be so integrated into us, we won't even know."
Whoa. Like Mass Effect shit.
Yeah, like forget about them just learning our shit. Like they'll be integrated in us. He's like, we have to like take action now, and then like, cause we are teaching them how to make shit and do shit and, you know,
Right.
drive our cars and charge our phones and stuff like that, like wireless stuff, this and that.
I don't trust technology.
Why? Well, we use it every day.
I know, but if I had my ways, I wouldn't have a phone. I wouldn't have a computer. I don't trust technology.
Well, to a certain degree, I try to minimize what I'm using so I don't fucking, like, I don't want to get, like, you know, identity theft or whatever, because that's part of intelligence and stuff, you know.
I just don't trust it. Like, I don't like technology. I mean, I don't think I could ever like write a book on a typewriter, but if I had trained myself, I could.
I've used a typewriter. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I've done it
Yeah.
too, but it's hard because you got to really press those keys down. But yeah, no, I don't trust technology. But I haven't trusted technology for years because I feel like the more advanced we get in technology, the more stupid we get as people.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to this, or I was reading this. I don't remember. I think it was a video. I don't remember. Anyways, they were saying that because we all use GPS now for like driving and stuff and how to get from A to B.
Yeah.
That part of the brain now is getting smaller
Right.
because we're not using it as much. Like it decreases in your like the amount of usage or whatever. And I was like, shit. So we're just like essentially just following what the thing tells us to do in a way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the problem with technology is it gets more advanced, and the problem with it is it starts replacing human beings. Like, for example...
Good, I'll get a new co-host next week.
Stop saying that. Anyway, like, for example, like, there's some tellers now that aren't actual people. They're robots. And they're starting to, like, weed out real people. But, like, for example, my aunt would be completely against this because she wants to speak to a real person on the phone, not a robot. She wants to speak to a real person, so she'll always be like operator.
My mom still asks me how to send text messages, and I'm like, Mom, you're sending that to me. I'm right here. I'm like, relax.
Oh, tell the bike story. That's a funny story.
Which bike? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. So, my mom was driving one time, and she goes, "Oh man, I was driving on the Broadview there, and going down to the DVP," and I go. She goes, "George, I almost hit this crazy biker. He was nuts. Like, he was going 50K down the road." And I go, shit. And he goes, he's riding a green bike and all that stuff. And he was crazy. I go, Mom, that was me. She goes, oh shit. Because I was riding my bike. Mom was going grocery shopping. And yeah, I'm a little crazy on my bike. But,
A word to the viewers: do not do reckless driving in a car or on a bike. It's very dangerous
But
and
on
unsafe.
on the Don Valley Parkway, or no, on Pottery Road, you hit the hill, you can go 50 kilometers easy on your bike.
Yeah, the thing is though, like
what I'm
I
saying.
already know this as a cyclist myself. The more you speed, I feel like the more concerned you should be about what's happening east and west of you, east and west of you. You know. I mean, you should be aware of it. Like, I
Yeah.
love to speed down the hill from, what is it, like, not Glen Forest, Glendale.
It doesn't matter.
Wherever the where Sign of the Skier is. So there's a hill right
Are
before
you talking about skiing or?
No, the store, Sign of the Skier.
Store, okay.
So there's like Sign of the Skier, there's like Fitness Depot. Anyway, basically there's this hill that you cruise down basically all the way to Lawrence Avenue. And I love to take that hill down. Now, I can't always... No, not baby. I'm talking about young.
Okay.
But I'm not always able to do it because of fucking traffic lights. But if they give me a green, or if the traffic light gives me a green, I speed down that thing. But I'm always looking left and right every time I hit an intersection because, you know, who knows what could fucking happen. The car could hit me.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, and I remember writing about this on the Rough It chapters, which I used to do, well, I guess I still do, on Facebook. But anyway, the point is, I wrote about idiots speeding down roads and how you should be like aware left and right. And it's fun to speed down hills as long as you're aware of what's going on left and right. But if there's no one in the area,
Yeah,
and
but
you're
that's the
speeding-
thing is you don't know.
It's true.
You don't know.
The problem is, like, you could just
Someone opens the door of their car, boom, you're dead.
you could not get up in the
You
morning.
flip over.
It's better to get up in the morning and be hit by a car than to sleep in for the rest of the day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's a great note.
I'm
So-
just saying, live your life the way you want to live your life, but don't live it in a box.
Okay, I see what you're saying. That's a better way.
Because, like, my media studies teacher back in high school was always like, you know, it's important to get up every day. Because
Something to live for.
who knows what's going to happen? And if you get up every day and you get hit by a car one day, well, at least you weren't in bed the entire time.
Oh yeah, my mom's like, yo, you can't go do that. Skydiving is dangerous. You can't do this. That's dangerous. You can't do this. It's dangerous. Like, come on, I could walk out the front door and get hit by a bus and then die.
I want you to explain something which I stupidly didn't know. So if you jump out of a building, right?
Oh, this is hilarious, guys.
And I thought
sure you're sitting down
I
for
thought
this.
you die before the impact, but you're telling me not because of skydiving. Why don't you explain that?
Okay, so Andy thinks that. Okay. Andy thinks that when you like, jump out of a plane or you go, cliff.
Let's use the
cliff-
building analogy.
Okay, you jump off a building.
Out
so
of a building.
Cliff.
Or off a building.
Yeah,
whatever.
cliff diving they call it.
When you jump out of a building, you're not cliff diving, you're killing yourself.
Well, you have a parachute, right?
No.
Oh, it's not the fall that kills you. It's the impact.
All right.
Yeah, and he thinks that because all the wind is gonna be coming out of you, you die,
Not exactly coming out of you, but yeah.
or it knocks the wind out of you. And I died laughing for like 5 minutes the other week when I heard that. Because
like I
essentially, when you're skydiving, right,
I
you're
get it.
falling
I get it.
9.8 meters a second, which is I think it's terminal velocity. You can't go any faster because of the gravity of the air you're pushing against. And then, so if the air was to kill you, you would already be dead.
Right.
But it's if you hit the ground, that's when you're dead because you shatter your organs, you fucking brains destroyed, everything. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to get in detail. You know what I'm saying?
Splat.
Exactly. But it's not from the fall itself. It's the impact.
The impact that kills you. I feel like I need to fix one of my novels, but anyway.
That book needs to be reviewed.
That book really needs to be reviewed, actually.
Anyways, what were we saying a second ago about the AI or something?
Hey, artificial intelligence.
No, but what were we saying about it?
I was just saying how the more advanced technology becomes, the more skeptical I become of technology. And I already hate technology. And I feel like the more technology replaces human beings, it's just a step in the wrong direction, in my opinion.
Oh, look at this facility. And was it Japan? There's one employee, but it's like a massive warehouse. And it's like all robots and bots just collecting stuff, putting them in boxes
See,
and building things.
I feel like
And
the
it's just-
human touch is still important, even with our advancements in technology.
Yeah, but here's the thing: robots will never be able to do what humans do, and humans will never be able to do what robots do,
Right.
right? Because they don't have the human touch and the human complexity to do that, and we won't have the robotic skills and strength to do that, right? We can't go lift the car, flip it upside down, paint the underbody, and then with our bare hands, right?
Yeah.
And then, but we also won't. But a robot also won't know how to fix that problem on the spot. You have to program it. You have to do this and that. It doesn't have the fingers, the intelligence that a human does. So it works both ways.
Are
It's
you a
both ways.
supporter of technology, or are you someone who is against technology? You can't be on.
I am both, because there's pros and cons, right?
All right.
I mean, it's important to help us in the future or now, whatever. But we have to be careful at the same time.
Yeah.
We can't be like ignorant to just.
So are
fucking
you
going crazy.
jumping on the bandwagon of new advanced technology? Or
Yes, because there is technology that makes things better for us. Like, for example, microsurgery,
Right.
which is you can have robotic surgery in a sense where you're having surgery on a guy's back, shoulder, for example. It's so tiny that he fixes the muscle or whatever, and he doesn't even have to open them up. He puts like 2 little pinholes in them, and then he's good to go. He recovers in like an hour. But where if you did that open, it would take him like a long time, and then whatever.
So how much time is the robot saving?
Well, no, the human's still doing it, the
Oh.
surgery, but it's just controlling the robot's assistant. It's helping him
okay.
out, right?
So how long would it take for the human doctor to do it
Listen, I'm
manually?
no neuroscientist here, so I'm not there in the surgery room.
But basically, it's
But
half
it's
the
like-
time.
a third of the time.
Third of the time.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive then. I feel like technology is important, and I feel like advancements in technology are important too. I just feel like we don't want to get too above and beyond with technology where we basically trust technology more than we trust human beings.
That's what I'm saying. Is, yeah, we
Because then we got
wanna
like Terminator situations, other
That's a stretch,
situations.
but that's what people are like.
Well, the
that's
thing is,
where it
I
could
just
go.
feel the more we advance technology, the more unsafe we become, because we just rely everything on technology. Like we already got phones that have like our bank cards on it. I don't think that's a good idea at all.
That's how I pay with my shit. With
Well,
my phone.
there you go. Like, I'm just saying, if I could, I would completely remove myself from all technology, but I can't. It's ingrained in me.
Well, it's ingrained in everybody.
Yeah,
Like,
not
look,
everybody.
You can't even leave your house without your phone. You're like, fuck, I need that.
Well,
Through my
actually,
day.
I was reading a book about talking about leaving your phone for a day, and I did it. And I didn't feel bad about it at all.
When I go,
But no one calls me or contacts me, except you.
Listen, yesterday. Oh, thank you. Yesterday, I went to the gun range,
Oh, yes.
and
He never hit a bullseye, by the way.
no, I showed you pictures.
You
bro.
did. You did not hit the bullseye.
Yo, bro, are you
showed me the
get a new
picture.
prescription glasses?
No,
because
no.
I totally showed you pictures.
Yes, but you didn't hit the bullseye. You were
Okay,
grazed
I
the
was
bullseye.
in the circle, people.
No.
No, that was a little bit weird. Anyway, I was in the circle.
Let's do that again.
Yeah, I was in the circle, but it wasn't specifically directly in the middle. So he's like, it's not the
You
bullseye.
didn't hit the bullseye, George.
If it's your heart, you're dead. That's the point of the thing.
That's true.
Okay,
All right, fine. I'll give you that one.
that's the point of the.
All right.
And I forgot.
How many people have you killed in your
life?
life, sir?
That's for another topic.
Oh, yeah, right. Mr. Jason Bourne here. Police.
What was I saying now? I forgot.
AI.
Yes, but specifically, Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on, really?
Anyways,
You don't know your own show?
Thank you for telling me again.
Oh, God.
Jesus, I forgot what it was.
Come on.
Anyways, it'll come back to me in a
I
second.
hope it does.
All I'm saying is, with AI, there is pros and cons to it, right?
Are there more pros than cons or more cons than pros?
Oh, way more pros.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How so?
Buddy, we can use robots to do things that we can't dream of doing, and it will make our lives easier,
All right.
right? Like for example, you need to lift up 40 bags of cement for whatever, put it
Okay.
in your car. You know, that's heavy on your back. Like,
Yeah,
lift
yeah.
it up, right? You get something to help you out, little, whatever the robot's name is, and help you out, right?
Are you worried about the path technology is taking these days?
Such as what?
Well, the more we advance in technology, I think the worse it will become for us. But what do you think?
What do you mean? Like it's getting worse?
That's, yeah. I'm
No,
saying the more advanced we
Oh.
become, or the more advanced
I just hope
technology
we don't
becomes-
rely on shit too much. You
It's
know?
good.
Like we don't
You
lose our
shouldn't.
ways, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't rely on technology.
Like there's people who rely on shit way too much.
Yeah.
Like for example, I was with this girl a few weeks ago. We went to an ice cream store. We got some like green tea ice cream, and I'm like, I got the ice cream. And I was like, $5.60 was how much it costed, right? And so I give the girl $5, and I go, hold on, here's 60 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just give me back $15. Right? It's pretty basic math, right? Because it was $5.60, right?
I got it.
Okay, but
I'm not very good with math, but I got it.
anyways, okay, well I'm pretty good. Anyways, so I gave her back 50. I gave her the 60 cents. So I told her, just give me back $15. She goes, the computer says something else. I'm like, yeah, but don't worry about the computer now because I gave you the 60 cents. She
Wait,
goes,
how much did you give her in the beginning?
I gave her $20.
So you gave her 2060, and
I
the
gave her
item-
$20, then I go, hold on a second, here's 60 cents.
Okay, so you gave her 2060, but the item was 560, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So-
she get $15 back.
So then she goes, I go, yeah, you should essentially give me $15 back. She looks at me and goes, the computer says something else.
What does the computer say? What did the computer say?
To give her back like $14.40.
Okay.
because I gave her. I didn't want to break up the $15.
But you gave her 2060, so you should be getting $15.
That's what I'm saying. So she was confused.
What did she do? What did she enter?
She took out a calculator, checked it like 3 times.
Three times?
Called over a colleague.
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
Jesus, man, it's not that hard. I was losing my mind because it took her like 5-7 minutes to figure this out. And I'm like, you just gotta give me that $15. She was like hesitant on giving me the $15. And I'm like, Jess, I hope you're paying debit because this lady's confused.
Okay. I want to defend this girl for one moment. I am not very good with math.
But that's basic
But
math, bro.
I feel like if she had to do that 3 times, check with a manager, she's not just embarrassing you, she's embarrassing herself.
Oh,
But
100%.
I remember times where I typed in the wrong amount when I worked at Indigo, and I had to fucking pull out the calculator. But it didn't take me 3 tries to figure it out. I just had to fucking enter it in. It looks stupid because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. But I didn't
Yeah, well,
have
if
to,
it's complicated, then I get
I didn't have to
but
check with anyone. But I think she entered the wrong amount onto the computer.
What happened was I gave her $20, right?
I know.
And the fact that and then the $20 was like, because the thing was 5, 6.
I think she probably entered 20 before you gave the
Before I
60
gave it-
cents.
yeah, that's exactly.
And that's why she's
Then I
like,
go,
you
"Oh,
owe your
here's
40."
60
But she
cents,
should
right.
realize that no matter if you give in the right change, you always are going to get like not a round number, but you're going to get like, well, yeah, you're going to get a round number. It's not going to be $14.60. It's going to be $15 or $16. It's always going to be like the number and then 2
Yeah,
zeros.
I know.
That's just standard math. So yeah, she's an idiot.
All right. Well, like, I thought you were defending her, but
I
then
was
you're like,
defending her,
she's an idiot.
but it shouldn't have taken her so. Okay, if she fucks up on the computer, that's fair. Then you figured it out on the calculator. But she just entered the same thing that she got from the computer
But that's what I'm
onto
saying.
the calculator.
Is that she was relying on technology so much.
Yeah, that is
that when
that
it
is
came
sad.
to the part that when I was like, "Here's this 60," she just
And this is what
her
I'm
mind
talking
was, like,
about.
in shambles.
This is what I'm talking about. Like when I was in the States, my friends and I decided to buff up our jackets to make it look like we were stealing shit. We go through the metal.
Why?
Just to fuck with the security.
Oh.
We go through the metal detectors. The security just looks at the metal detectors. They don't go off and they turn their heads. Like we could have stolen shit. We could have taken the tags off. Doesn't matter. All they care about is their technology. That's the way the world is going. We should not
I hope it's not.
trust
It doesn't rely on that.
our
so
technology.
much.
It's not about what they do. It's about what we do. We can't rely on technology that much.
But we're the future, so we're gonna.
Your
show some shit.
cashier story is proof of that. You've got to be intelligent and not rely on the technology to be intelligent for you.
That's true.
And also, you should know basic math. I
Yeah,
mean, I would have
that's-
known that if someone's giving me 60 cents, I have to give them a round number. I might not know the round number, but I know
No, because
that
it was
can't
$5.60.
be. It can't be 14.40.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's
Well,
not
that's
a
what
round
the
number.
machine was telling her to give me, is what I'm
Yeah.
assuming, because I didn't see her machine. But
She
that's
just
what it would
entered
be.
the same thing twice, which she shouldn't have done. But that's from years and years of doing cash. I might have done the
I
same
used to
thing.
work at cash, yeah. too.
Anyway, I'm not very good at math, so I feel bad for her, but she should have figured that shit out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm defending her and also tearing her down at the same time.
All right, ladies, look at that. He's a great guy to have.
Anyway,
Oh, okay. You want me to talk? Okay. So, Andy,
what's up?
did you finish your rant story?
I think so.
Okay.
Etiquette, hold the door open
Okay,
and
okay,
say
we got
thank
it,
you.
we
I
got
mean,
it.
don't hold the door open and say thank you to the person. Hold the door open.
No,
hopefully,
we got it. We got it.
I don't think you do. Hold the door open and expect a thank you. If you don't expect a thank you, you can flip them off as far as I'm concerned.
Flip them off. Why?
Because they didn't say thank you. You're offering a polite gesture, you expect a polite gesture back. All it takes is a thank you.
Yeah,
people.
there's times when I'll let people in with my car, like, you know, like it's a red light, so I let them cross over.
That's
to the
different.
left. I don't even get the drive wave either. I don't get nothing.
You should get at least a wave.
I get shit on a stick.
Well, you should hit them.
No, man, my car's too nice to hit them.
I'm just saying, man. If they're aggressive back, you're aggressive as well.
No, because listen, two wrongs don't make a right.
In my book, they do.
No, man. That's why the world is the way that it is.
I don't think so.
Yes. Because if one guy's mad at the other guy, then he's got to get back at that guy. Then that guy's mad at that guy, and it's just.
I'll tell you one thing.
It's just a never-ending
If someone
war.
doesn't say thank you, I just give them a glare. I don't punch them in the face.
That's like,
But I want to.
Is that a compromise, guys? I don't even know anymore.
And also, when you say 1 second, make it be a second, or say 1 moment, please.
What about when you're not on time every time?
Okay, that's a whole different issue.
That,
I never say I'll be on time. You just
No,
try
but
to
I'm
tell
saying
me.
be there at 8. You come at the fucking like 8:50.
I'm terrible at
no
time.
words.
Time is a human concept.
It's true. Well, yes and no, but yes.
Time is a human concept.
Time is made by us.
Exactly.
Essentially.
We created
But
time.
yeah, we cannot manipulate the time of the universe. So, for example, we can't go faster or slower if we want. Like we can't age slower. We can't go fast.
Right.
But I'm saying time, as in like be there for 8, stuff like that. We make up time.
We made that up.
Yeah. But we cannot defy the laws of physics and time in essentially in the time version of physics. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that we used to look at the sun to figure out the time.
Back in the day, yeah.
I think we should
I
go
have
back
one of
to
those
that.
in my backyard. Sundial.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
definitely wrong for sure.
The sundial's wrong?
Yeah,
How did the sundial become wrong?
because it's daylight savings time. I didn't set it back enough.
That's hilarious. That's a good joke.
They're getting rid of daylight savings time finally. Jesus.
Are they?
Yeah, because it was only for the farmers supposedly.
I know.
So like no one's farming right now, like ever, right?
I think
In
farmers
Toronto.
still work.
No, but I'm saying like it was mostly like everybody was farming. Or back in the
Yeah.
day. Where now it's like everyone's like on their phone. Everyone's on a rush. Everybody's got like businesses. Nobody's really farming. Is what I'm saying.
There's still people
No,
that are
I'm not saying
farming.
they're not farming. I'm just saying it was mostly made for.
I get it, but my mom like feels bad for the farmers if we suddenly change daylight savings time and not have it
I
at
don't know,
all.
maybe they'll have their own little cult of time, 1 hour changes.
So the farmers are going to be working on a different time than everyone else? That just sounds like a disaster. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. Nope, it's 6. It's 7. 6. Nope, 7. 6.
that
7.
is
6.
that would be
That
a
would
false
just like,
start, yeah.
when are my products coming to this store at 7 o'clock? Well, it says 6 on my watch, so you got an hour. No,
But then
man, I got
wouldn't
2
this-
hours.
Wouldn't this fuck things up on a global scale? Because it would be like over time that hour would be more hours.
Yeah, it's just if you're
Give me
changing
there,
the
then-
time, you have to change the time for everyone. The farmers can't be on a different
I
time
don't
than
know,
everyone
man.
else.
I don't know how this is gonna work.
I
we'll
agree.
have
They
to-
should get rid of daylight savings
They
time.
do because it f's up with everybody.
It's just confusing.
It's like, oh, I gotta work at 6. Now you gotta work at 8. Now you gotta work at 7. now
But
you
they
gotta work
did
at
it for
5.
the farmers, so like I get it. I mean, yeah, there's not as many farmers as there were before, but the farmers still matter. That's all I'm saying.
I know. I'm not saying they don't.
They shouldn't cut
I'm
the
just
daylight
saying
savings
there's
time
not
and be
as
like,
much as
fuck
they-
the farmers. The farmers should get an opinion. Hey, wait, no, I like daylight savings time.
Listen, don't have a cow about it. Jeez, relax. But I know what you're saying is it says. So how are they gonna compromise both?
I don't know. I'm just saying the farmers still exist.
No one's saying they don't.
You kind of are grazing on that.
Grazing?
Yeah.
Like cows?
Okay. The cow analogies, I'm not deliberately
Alright,
trying
I'm
to
just
get
milking
to.
it at this point. I'm gonna
Oh
stop.
my god. It's too bad we don't have milk because I'll throw it in your
Alright,
face.
alright. This is an utter disaster. I'm
This
gonna
is-
stop.
oh god. How many cow jokes is that in the last minute? Oh.
Alright, I'll stop. I'll
Yeah,
stop.
please stop.
Anyways, I don't know how they're gonna deal with that, but I guess we'll wrap up the show now.
Alright, man.
But I do want to say thank you for that channel for having us on. We are live, so we're gonna be on right after. Like you'll go post it to our YouTube channel and everything
Yep.
after.
Yep.
Any last minute things you want to say before we head out, or
I hope you guys enjoyed our show, and this will become a regular thing each month.
yeah, we'll be on it once a month on
Yeah.
the channel.
And we'll be bringing on guests. We're
Yeah,
not
we'll
sure
have
when.
some guests. We're gonna try to bring back Craig because he's a fan favorite.
Yeah, he definitely
He
is.
did get married, so he's busy now.
He's very busy.
He's
He
got
has
a little
kid.
one running around.
He has a kid.
Imagine a little Craig running around. Oh man.
Oh god.
Craig himself at Labos was fucking crazy. In a good way. In a good way.
I think
love
Craig himself was enough.
I love Craig.
I don't need 2 Craigs. Really don't.
Craig would prank the shit out of you all day
Yeah,
long.
it was pretty
He'd
great.
call me up. He'd go, "Hey George, quick question. Is it hard to get eggs off of a windshield wiper?" I go, no. Oh fuck! I go, so I run to my car. There's nothing on my car. It was all psychological pranks. Fuck. But then he would do physical one. He would do like crazy things.
Yeah.
Like, I finished work one time at 10 o'clock at night. He's like calling up. He goes, "George, I'm moving skids outside." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Like, why are you telling me? That's your job. I don't need to know." I go outside. My car is barricaded in fucking 8-foot skids. I fucking have to push it out with my car. It's like, fuck. It was good times though. I missed working at that.
It's amazing the shit he got away with, but he was Loblaws' union rep.
And then
they kind of needed
the
him.
best was like, yeah, go talk to the union guy. Craig's the union guy. Fuck. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.
Have a good one.